My daddy left home when I was 3, and he didn't leave much to mind me. Just a soul guitar and an empty bottle of booze. Now I don't blame him because he run and hid, but the meanest thing that he ever did was before he left he went and named me Sue. He must have thought it was quite a joke and got a lot of laughs from a lot of folk, and it seemed I had to fight my whole way through. Some gal would giggle and I'd get red, and some guy would laugh and I'd bust his head. And I'll tell you, life ain't easy for a boy named Sue. Well, I grew up quick and I grew up mean, and the fist got hard and my wits got keen, and I roamed from town to town to hide my shame. But I made me a vow to the moon and stars that I searched the honky tonks and bars and kill that man who gave me that awful name. Well, it was Gatlinburg in mid-July, and I just hit town and my throat was dry, and I thought I'd stop and get myself a brew. Old saloon on the street of mud, there was a table dealing stud, and sat there a mangy dog that named me Sue. Well, I knew that snake was my old sweet dad, and worn out picture that my mother had, and I knew that scar on the cheek is evil eye. Well, he was big and bent and gray and old, and I looked at him and my blood ran cold, and I said, "My name is Sue. How do you do? How you gonna die?" Well, I hit him hard right between the eyes, and I went down, but to my surprise, come up with a knife and cut off a piece of my ear. But I busted a chair right across his teeth, and I crashed through the wall and into the street, and kicking in the gouge in the mud and blood and the beer. I tell you, I fought tougher men, but really can't remember when. Kicked like a mule and he bit like a crocodile. Well, I heard him laugh and then I heard him cuss, and then went for his gun, but I pulled mine first, and I stood there looking at me and he smiled. And he said, "Son, this world is rough, and if a man's gonna make it, he's gotta get tough." And I knew I wouldn't be there for you, so I gave you that name and said goodbye, and I knew you'd have to get tough or die. And it's that name that helped you make you strong. He said, "Now you just fought one hell of a fight, and I know you hate me and you got the right to kill me now, and I wouldn't blame you if you do. But you ought to thank me before I die for that gravel in your guts and the spit in your eye. Found this son of a bitch that named you Sue." Got all choked up and I threw my gun down, and I called him a pa and he called me a son, and I came away with a different point of view. And I think about him now and then, every time I try and time I win. And if I have a son, I think I'll name him Bill, George, or anything. I still hate that name.